Now, I'm not saying I'm the best Football Manager 23 player in the world, but this league table kind of shows that I'm doing alright. Annoyingly as well, we haven't been playing as well as I would like us to be playing. We are up into 5th place, 14 games played in between episodes. Where did we finish off? So we lost against Everton. We then beat West Ham just. We conceded 2 late goals from Gianluca Scamacca, but we still managed to hold on. A 1-1 draw with Chelsea. Sterling got sent off early, and we conceded in the 89th minute to a Kovacic free kick. A 1-0 victory against Arsenal. This was good, but we should have won by more. We were so much better. A 0-0 draw against Forest. We had an XG of 3. We could not score at all in that one. We beat Brighton only 1-0, and then Liverpool were good at football. Peter Olienka getting sent off as well certainly did not help our cause. So we've done all right in between episodes, and we should have done better. We can't score goals, and I don't know how to make us score goals. There's a few matches, obviously Wolves in the last episode, West Ham and Man United, where we suddenly get into a groove and we just score lots of goals. Otherwise, we get 1 goal, and that's about it. So the first match of today's episode, away from home at Villa Park against Aston Villa. It will be Jonas Omlin in goal, Walker Peters, Chaleta Sarr, Saliso and Perrault in defence, Diallo, Onyeka, Ward-Prowse in midfield, Armstrong and Edozie as our wingers, with Shea Adams leading the line as a target forward now. I don't know whether this is a good idea, but I've gone for a target forward on attack rather than the pressing forward. Do we just do that? Do we just go for a complete forward on attack instead? Maybe that's what we go for. Adam Armstrong is the worst footballer and the best footballer. He should have scored 4 goals so far this season. He's got 1. His form is horrendous, but he always has all the shots. He has all the chances, if you can see there. He has so many chances and never scores them, and I don't know why. Also, as this is the beta, I feel like I need to mention that I think there are definitely some problems going on at the moment. Not massive problems, not major problems, but we are keeping clean sheets for fun. Omlin has kept, I think, 8 clean sheets so far this season out of about 11 games, which is insane. That is part of the reason why we're up there. Also, we cannot score goals, but we are getting so many chances, and they are easy goals. They're easy to score the goals, and we are missing them pretty much 9 times out of 10. So there's definitely some things not quite right at the moment. 9 minutes on the clock, and it is Villa coming forward with the ball. Emi Buendia can make some space for himself in the middle. Jonas Omlin easily holds on. Matty Cash with a throw on the right. Danny Ings, we are closing him down, putting some pressure on. Shea Adams is there to steal it, but can't keep hold of it. And now Kamara collects. Esri Konsa plays it all the way back to Emi Martinez in the Villa goal. Kamara's got it. We're putting some pressure on. This is good to see. Marvellous Nakamba. Now, Dean, I still don't know how to say his name. I have no idea. Walker Peters picks it up, loses it, gets it back again from Philippe Coutinho. Armstrong lumps it towards Adams, who's not going to get anywhere near it. This is a strange highlight. This is, okay, fair enough. Good effort, Shea. It wasn't actually too far away, was it? Free kick for Ward-Prowse in the 25th minute. Stuart Armstrong's there at the back post, and Armstrong scores, but we are having... He was offside? No way was he offside. I mean, that was effectively a corner. Good. I don't see how anybody could be offside from that position. No one was even close to being offside. It's 1-0. Straight after the goal, there is more action. Kamara's going to go for a run through the middle. Konsa, right-hand side is Buendia. Now Danny Ings, we should try and steal the ball off him. Maybe go through the middle of him. Ideally, Ollie Watkins' effort goes over the bar. If we can injure Danny Ings... I mean, he's not real in this universe. It's harsh if it's real life, but if we can injure him, that would be very helpful for us. Nope, we've injured Philippe Coutinho instead. Ward-Prowse with a corner for us towards Stuart Armstrong at the front post, and his headed effort goes over the bar. Armstrong has also picked up an injury, which I think might have been the cause of the Coutinho injury. Perrault to Ward-Prowse. Can he get the cross in? Instead, plays it on the ground to Onyeka, and Onyeka's effort goes just wide of the post. We're getting some very good chances, just not putting the ball away just yet, apart from the Armstrong chance, obviously. Half-time then, we do have the lead at Villa Park, and they are looking like the better side. You're doing well. That seems to be a good thing to say. We are going to have to take off. Do we take him off? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. His poor fitness. We've got Sisto, we've got Aribo on the bench. I think we just stick with that. I'm tempted to push you into maybe like a more central position and take you off, just because you don't do anything down there. Like, you always seem to just do nothing at all. What's a Trequartista? What do you do? I think we're going to go for a Trequartista for Joe Aribo. I am, as you can probably tell, playing around with tactics and roles and formations and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, things will be changing as the season goes on. Perrault's going to keep that in play. He does so. 3 in the box. Perrault's now got a lot of space in front of him. Ward-Prowse plays on the ground, not the best pass. Onyeka finds Diallo, and his pass is horrendous. Onyeka can save it, though. Chaleta Sarr even. Walker-Peters and Onyeka passing. Ball forward. Adams is in on goal. Takes a touch. Hits it wide. That's what I was talking about. That should have been any striker worth their money would have put that at least on target. But we seem to miss those all the time. Still not quite at the hour mark. I'm thinking Armstrong needs to come off sooner rather than later. We'll give him until the hour. I'm thinking Adams as well, maybe for Pookie, might need to be a substitution that takes place just because Adams has missed a couple of sitters. He's on a 6.5. Ings has got the ball in towards goal. Crosses it, actually. It's a strange cross. Watkins heads down for Bailey, and Leon Bailey makes it 1-1. That was very questionable defending, wasn't it? Very questionable defending. We've now just conceded probably one of our first goals in a while. I say first goals. We actually let in 3 against Liverpool. What am I on about? Right, we're trying something. Sisto and Adam Armstrong coming on. Stuart Armstrong and Shea Adams coming off. Do we do Diallo as well for Lavia? Yes, we do. Right, we need to try and get something. A win is... It's not a must. The board and the fans want to draw. We want to win. We always want to win, obviously. Ward-Prowse has the ball in the centre circle, lumped forward. Sisto's going to hopefully keep it in. Does so. Back to Onyeka in the penalty area. Across Ward-Prowse, loads of space, goes for goal, hits it wide. How are we getting those shots off target? That's what I don't understand. It seems to be so often that we do stuff like that. We get it in a good position, and then we don't even get it on target. Into the final 10 minutes. Another possible chance going our way. Armstrong is very deep. Why is Adam Armstrong there? That's not where you want your central striker, your solitary, singular, one-man strike force. You don't want him playing behind your central midfielders. That's odd. Perrault's stolen the ball there, but doesn't chase it down. Consa to De Frutos. Never heard of him. Is he real? Does he actually play for Villa? I've no idea. Ings slides through and gets hold of the ball. Callum Chambers, another former Southampton man, crosses and hits the first man. Ward-Prowse flicks the head on. That's good. Aribo collects it. Is he just going to go for a run? Tries to get Perrault involved and does so. Perrault back to Aribo. Back to Romain Perrault. He's crossed it. Sisto's there on the volley. He's hit the bar. He's hit the bar. He's absolutely rattled the bar. Full-time whistle is seconds away then. A 1-1 draw. It's okay. But from a neutral's perspective, that game should have had at least 2 more goals. And I think we should have maybe got 3. We can't score goals. It's a big worry. And a slightly smaller worry is Armstrong is going to miss the final game before the Qatar World Cup. What else has gone on? Chaleta Sarr is going to miss the final match as well against Man City in 8 days. Speaking of, Erling Haaland he's the player of the week. I don't know if this is like an official player of the week thing, but this is quite good. It tells you just a random footballer who did really well. Erling Haaland, by the way, is 20 goals in 14 appearances. I'm expecting to lose against Man City. This is what we're going to go for then for the City game. Omlin in goal. Walker-Peters, Lianco, Salisu and Maitland-Niles in defence. Diallo, Onyeka, Ward-Prowse in midfield. Sisto and Aribo as our wingers. Shea Adams as a striker for this one. I've done another little bit of tweaking. Basically, Shea Adams is going to be playing as an advanced forward this time around. I don't know whether it's going to work either. Actually, you know what? Let's just put him back to a pressing forward. What he was on initially. But the big thing here, Aribo is playing in that position because Joe Aribo, 14 finishing, 15 composure. He should have a better idea of what to do when you look at Adam Armstrong, 13 finishing, 10 composure, 10 decisions. Armstrong is not the most intelligent, apparently, when it comes to having the ball near the goal, which I'd argue isn't quite right when you think of how many goals he scored playing for Blackburn. But anyway, that's irrelevant. He's playing for us now. So, Man City are obviously very good, aren't they? Erling Haaland, as we've just seen, is one of the best, if not the best footballer in the game. So that's going to be a problem. Their weakest link is weirdly somebody like a John Stones, and he's definitely better than all of our defenders. 22 minutes on the clock, and the first highlight is here. So we've held out long enough. The board are expecting a defeat. The fans are expecting a defeat. I'm expecting a defeat. So if we can get anything out of this, I will be quite happy with it. Kyle Walker has it on the right-hand side, crosses it in. Grealish is there. Grealish makes it 1-0. 22 minutes and about 12 seconds on the clock. It's 1-0 City. I think this is going to go a similar way to the Liverpool game that we had, where we weren't great. They weren't amazing. They still managed to score 3 goals, and we just had no chance whatsoever. Haaland flicks the head on. Lianco collects it, though. The Brazilian goes for a long-range effort, and saved by his fellow Brazilian Ederson, holds on to it, ends the highlight. Sisto's going off injured. Wonderful. Straight swap then. Peter Olayinka is going to be the man to come on. I'm interested to see how Joe Aribo does on that left wing. To me, that's the thing that I want to keep an eye on. Is he getting into the positions that Adam Armstrong was getting into? Because Armstrong, I think, is faster, but Aribo is better finishing. Haaland's in on goal. Haaland's hit the post. Saved so far from Erling Haaland. We've got a free kick as well. Ward-Prowse takes it. Olayinka's at the back post. It's a header clear. Haaland's going to collect this, and he's probably just going to run the length of the pitch, isn't he? Haaland holds up play. Gundogan back towards Haaland, but Maitland-Niles can steal it. Diallo to Lianco. We're not looking too bad at the moment. It is Man City. We have to remember that. They are ridiculously good in Football Manager and in real life. Adams has managed to somehow get past Ruben Diaz. Dink him! Dink him! He's hit the post! What are you doing? It should be 1-1. It really should be 1-1. Adams should be celebrating his 5th goal of the season. Instead, it is going to be maybe 1-1 at half-time. It's a ball in. It is 1-1. Mohamed Salisu gets his 3rd goal of the season. Both centre-backs were there challenging for it. Salisu is the man. With 20 seconds left to play of injury time in the first half, we've equalised against Man City. That headed effort, XG-wise, was minuscule. Absolutely minuscule. How did he manage to score that? You're doing well. Keep it up, everybody. It's only Shea Adams and, I guess, Lianco, apparently, who aren't doing very well. Already an hour on the clock. Second half has been fairly uneventful. We're going to do a change. Pookie's going to come on for Shea Adams, because Shea Adams is doing nothing at all. Aribo isn't really doing anything either, so Adam Armstrong can come on. Maybe see whether you can do anything. Do we do Lianco for Bella Kotchap? Yes, we do. That could have been a risk to do that. But so far, and I'm going to say this out loud, we are keeping Erling Haaland quiet. And he's been brought off. We have stopped Erling Haaland from scoring a goal. To me, that's an achievement worthy. Final 10 minutes, City have a corner. It's Gomez to take it. It's going to be a left-footed corner. We need to make sure that we deal with this sensibly. It's towards the back post. John Stones is there. Makes it 2-1. I knew something like that was coming. I just knew something like that was going to come. And there it was. Literally, as I said, we need to deal with this. And we didn't bother dealing with it. We've arguably been the better side when it comes to attacking chances as well. Armstrong to Diallo. We've got 4 minutes. It's Adam Armstrong. It's Olayinka. And Olayinka makes it 2-2. Hold the phone. Are we going to get a point against Man City? So 2 substitutions there combining to get a potential equaliser. Don't do this now. Gomez's free kick comes in. Flapping from Omlin, but it's gone wide anyway. We've got 3 minutes of injury time to play. Just hold on. That is a massive point. That is an absolutely massive point there. Salisu, Olayinka with the goals. And somehow, we've nicked a point off of Manchester City. Now there's going to be a very big break between now and the next matches. Not the next episode, but the next matches, because we move into the 2022 World Cup, which I am going to try and simulate throughout this episode. I say simulate throughout the episode. We'll come back in a second, basically, at the end of the World Cup, and we can see who's won the thing. It's the 18th of December. The World Cup has been concluded, and Lionel Messi has his World Cup winner's medal. I assume he's got one. Yes, he does. He got 4 assists, so he definitely played in it. It was Argentina-Brazil in the final. That's a pretty spicy final there, isn't it? If we roll back just a little bit, if we take a look at the semi-finals, Holland losing to Brazil, Argentina beating Germany. The quarterfinals, Poland getting knocked out on penalties against Holland. Morocco, Senegal and Portugal also falling at this stage. This is where England fell over, losing to Holland on penalties. Tunisia, USA, France, Spain, Ghana, Croatia and Cameroon also making it through. Just in case you're interested, this is how the groups looked. Qatar did manage to get a point. They drew 0-0 with Ecuador. There you go. USA winning their group ahead of England. Poland winning the group ahead of World Cup winners. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts that Poland won the group and Argentina still won the entire competition. France and Tunisia going through. Spain, Germany, which is what you'd expect, isn't it? Croatia, Morocco. So Belgium not making it through Group F. Brazil and Cameroon going through ahead of Switzerland and Serbia. and then Portugal, Ghana down the bottom there. Overall, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Argentina won it. I am somewhat surprised that when you look through some of the teams that got through, teams like Cameroon and Ghana, probably somewhat surprising to get through, I think. But overall, there you go. That's the World Cup. Also, before we finish this episode, we have got our youth intake review, or what is expected. Our youth intake, I don't even know what it's called. Is it a review? But basically, this page doesn't work properly because it's up there, but it is a 5-star intake. We're expecting to have some very good players coming in. Fullbacks, which is helpful, centre midfielders, attacking midfielders, and strikers. So we're getting some good players hopefully coming through the youth intake. That is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode where we will return probably the other side of the January transfer window. So it might be Chelsea West Ham, what we might do next episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll be back with more Football Manager next time. Thanks for watching.